Jesus Christ.
Fight.
Okay, so first of all, I'm pretty sure there's no argument that that was the fight of the night.
Hands down. All
right, cool. Just checking. All right, so my thoughts on that fight. Like Baeza is fucking. He's still an animal. Like he's an amazing threat everywhere. He's so fucking on point. Like I was watching that fight in Starbucks because I have no internet, and I was like, I have no internet right now. So I was in Starbucks with my coffee. Like, so mind you, the coffee is giving me more energy. So I'm trying really hard not to yell inside of Starbucks while it's quiet in there. But anyway, Baeza, man, he was so. I don't know how what's his name survived that. How Ponzinibbio survived those leg kicks in the beginning.
Yeah,
like he was not only butchering his leg, but he was doing it so technical. Baeza was looking like the perfect fighter. Like I was just like, wait a minute, did his striking get better? But man, Ponzinibbio's a dog. One of my favorite lines with Ponzinibbio in his post-fight speech was when Bisping was like, were you worried about your leg at all? Like because he was kind of butchering your leg, and he was like, man, I don't give a fuck. like he was just like, I don't give a fuck. He was like, I almost died from such and such. Like, you think I give a fuck about a leg? I was like, oh man, that's it right there. Like that was it. And and then man, just the way my thing with Ponzinibbio was the way he just like stayed in his face, and he was just a dog like to the end, because that last round was close. Like Baeza was like, he woke up a bit, and he was like, yo, fuck that. But then Ponzinibbio was just a little bit more dog. So I think that experience is going to make Baeza even more of a dog in his next fight. What were you guys' thoughts?
John?
So first and foremost, I got to give Jem his props, because when Santiago came back, I was hyped. The way he got knocked out, it took everything out of me. I was devastated. I never said he wouldn't come back. I just did. After that knockout, I was just like, man, I don't know if he's the same guy. Those days are gone, buddy. They're gone. He took so many shots that fight. I have no doubt about his chin now at all. His cardio. This reminded me of remember Hermanson when he came back hard, ended the rounds?
Yeah.
This is the same deal. This is heart. This is veteranship. This is like grit. This is like, I want that fucking belt grit, man. Like he's back. I'm so hyped, man. I'm so hyped, man. That fight, like you said, Baeza has nothing to be mad about. Nothing. I think this is great for his career, because he got to lose to a respectable savage, and he should learn like hell from this, because he looked great even in the rounds he lost. He looked great. He just kind of got out-gritted. It's not like he was outsmarted or anything like that. It literally, by the third round, it was pretty much who wanted more.
Yeah.
And we all know who wanted it more. So it's like, that's just what it is. There's not really much else to say. Heal up, Santiago. I can't wait to hear that.
All right. So I agree 100%. So the one thing about the loss versus the Leech, right, is that Ponzinibbio was out for a long time. And also, we haven't seen the Leech fight in a while either. So I feel like Ponzinibbio not only has a bit of rust, but he was training for a different style from the Leech. The Leech came out a bit different this time, more elusive. Yeah. He was kind of tricky. so stylistically, the matchup, and I feel like he wasn't expecting that kind of approach from the Leech. So that loss, I gave him a pass for. Stylistically, though, the guy he fought, Baeza, is an animal. So I'm like, man, Baeza might come back, but if he loses, then I understand why, because this guy's a beast too, a young prospect. So the fact that he had this kind of fight, the fact that you never saw Ponzinibbio break, you never saw him look disappointed. It's like he had that hunger the entire fight. You couldn't tell he was tired or hurt. Miguel, you can see him kind of looking worried a bit. He still fought. He still had the grit, but you can see his face like, oh man, this is still going on. You know what I mean? So props to both guys. Once again, great fight of the night.
It was legit like watching a Rocky movie in real life.
Yes.
No bullshit.
Yep.
It was.
Yeah.
I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. And some
Bro.
points I want to make is that one, Rose made a great point about the leg kicks. I don't know. These men remind me how much of a bitch I am every day. If you kick me once with one of those, I'm going to my mom. You know, like these dudes are no joke. And why is this cage so damn slippery?
Yeah.
These fighters look like they were